Hey, welcome to my channel. I'm Pete, aka Battlewelder. This channel is for veterans and first responders. It's named for my metal shop teacher who passed away in June, manufacturing technology. I've been looking for a welder, an arc welder, something I can carbon arc gouge with is the main thing. But I'm probably going to build a shop maybe in Texas sometime down the line, and I already have a EVERLAST Typhoon 330, which is a phenomenal welder. No complaints at all. Outperforms my old Miller Synchro-Wave 250. So I was looking at the welder. EVERLAST called me, said, "Hey, we'll make you a deal." I said, "Okay," and within a week, the brand new welder was delivered by UPS. Obviously the box is a little bit not damaged, but definitely UPS is definitely hard on their deliveries. So without further ado, we'll get to opening this new welder, and I'll show you the unboxing right now and what it comes with it. From my understanding, not a lot of information. There was no YouTube videos online, so I looked online, and I think it comes with a ground clamp, ground cable, electrode holder, electrode cable, and a carbon arc gouge torch, which is a pretty good value in my opinion. If you're getting into carbon arc gouging, you need a welder that can perform like that. I bought an old Ideal Arc Lincoln arc welder. It's for sale, and I just love the inverter technology, the lightweight, portable, but this one packs a pretty good punch, over 300 amps on single phase. Obviously you got to supply your own cord like most of the EVERLAST welders, but the big thing is you buy a plug, you cut off the red if you don't have three phase. I have single phase in my shop. That's a fat cable for sure. It's got three individual, it's got a wrapped thing, says, oh, they make it even easier for you if you don't know anything about electricity. This red wire you're not going to use, and they've already wrapped it. It said 240 volt, and then obviously your ground wire. And EVERLAST didn't pay me to make this video, so they gave me a slight deal on this. I have talked to Jesse McCollum in the future, or in the past, and he's a pretty cool guy, so their customer service is amazing. Let's see if I can lift this out. Someone made a video the other day, can't remember the name, but they were talking a bunch of trash, saying how they didn't like the fact that EVERLAST left stuff out. It's going to happen. UPS is not going to deliver everything perfectly. It's not EVERLAST's fault, but as you can see, turn it around, no damage to this machine. Looks beautiful. Actually looks like I'm going to make a cart, an off-road cart. Obviously this is more of a machine that you could keep in your shop, which I plan to do, but I wanted the capabilities of carbon arc gouging and running hard facing or 7018 or 6010. I'm not a big arc welding guy. That's not my specialty. I'm an average arc welder, but I can MIG weld and TIG weld. So to have this as part of my arsenal, now I can do some heavy equipment welding. I have a project that I'm going to use this on for a log splitter for my skid steer that needs to be repaired, and I figured I'll wait to get this machine, that way we can test it out. Of course the helicopter's going to fly by. Here in California, police helicopters never stop flying. Thanks for a great video. Here's another box. Okay. So they they give you two different handles. Well, this handle will go right here, this one right here. Bigger handle. Carbon arc gouge torch actually looks pretty cool. We'll need is an end for my air compressor. I have a carbon arc gouge torch that I normally use, but I wanted to review this one so everyone can see exactly. Comes with two different, it's like two different replacement nozzles. This thing should be on and off for your air. Not sure. No manual. Manuals are online, I believe. It's a pretty long. Test that out. Don't believe this should go back and forth like that. We'll see. Electrode holder. Looks like let's say the gauge on here. Obviously, if you're running this thing full amps, you want to have the right gauge wire. But I would say I'm almost 6 foot, so like a 10-foot lead. I already plan to swap those out for like $10 on Amazon. You can get these little connectors, and then you can make your own. And this will accept up to a 1-aught welding lead. Replacement hose clamps. Ground cable. It's probably the same length. About the same length. And that's it in the box. I'm not gonna bore anyone to death. I'm gonna wire this plug up, and then we can try to fire this up. The only 1/8" 7018 I have is from Harbor Freight, so shout out to Harbor Freight for making some cheap welding rods and see how they work. I do have some 5/32 Lincoln Excalibur, so we'll try those. I'm not by any means am I the perfect arc welder, but I can get the job done. And then I do have some carbon arc gouge rods, so we'll try that because that's one of the main features about this machine that I'm curious about. So stay tuned, we'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. I got the machine all wired up. Forgot to mention it's the 400 Skyliner 400S, and it's all wired up, got the plug on it. Only issue I did have with the carbon arc gouge torch is I believe the barb is 3/8, but this air hose is metric or something. So I heated it up with a heat gun to try to get it on there. It's the only thing I would change about this, but I do like the fact that there's like a built-in little swivel. So that's kind of nice. And a little protector for the hot side of the torch. So you see that doesn't really go on all the way. Alright, I got my Up and Smoke welding shirt on, got the leads hooked up. I'm going to be using 1/8" 7018 from Harbor Freight. It's right down the street, and it's cheap. And I try to get some Lincoln Electric on Facebook, but you know how that is. People don't want to message you back. And I plan to show you the welds afterwards. All these videos that I watch people, nobody shows their welds afterwards. I'm not the best, but I'm going to show you exactly how this machine operates. And I'm no by means any expert. I've been welding for over 20 years. But one thing I love about welding is you can always improve. No one's perfect. Even the most perfect welders can make another better weld. It's something that I love. That's why I wanted to start Manufacturing Technology Foundation for first responders and veterans. If you don't have a welder, if you want to learn how to weld, I have a small shop here. I'll teach what I know for free. And if you want something that you're watching this video and you're a veteran, you're a first responder, maybe it's something you've always wanted to do or learn, Battlewelder@yahoo.com. You can hit me up and we schedule some one-on-one. I got MIG, TIG, ARC, plasma, CNC plasma, Fusion 360. I got a mill, lathe. I can pretty much make anything in this small shop. So without further ado, let's burn some rod. First weld I'm going to do is just a flat stringer bead. See how this runs. I assume it's going to be fine. Very smooth arc. I really like it. Very nice. No issues at all. Very, very nice. I'm already impressed. That ran really smooth. I had no doubt this was going to be awesome, but I just wanted to do a little review because there's nothing out there. And I mean, this is a Harbor Freight rod. It seemed like it ran pretty good. Just did a weld with the 7018. The machine ran phenomenal. No issues at all. I don't know how to zoom in on my camera, so forgive me on that one. But I'm just going to take a picture of it, put it in the video so you can see. Just ran a short bead just to see how I was going to do. The Harbor Freight welding rods actually did pretty damn good. It was a brand new unopened case, so maybe because no moisture, I don't know. But let's do a fillet weld and then we'll get back to it. This is just some 1/4 inch scrap I had. So I saw another video where someone flung the molten metal down so you don't have to pinch it to expose the electrode, but I don't really like that because I have a small shop and obviously everything's not Cal OSHA compliant, so I don't know where that molten metal would go, or hot piece of metal, so I don't think that's too safe, but whatever. Got it tacked up. I was going to try to do some kind of crazy arc shot and whatever, but I got other shit to do and I don't have all day, so I got to do some plasma cutting. Let's get to it. to it. Really smooth art, extremely smooth art. I just use the other half of the other electrode, so I'm not going to burn the whole rod. I'm not here to show anyone how to weld. Just want to give information on this machine. Let me see how my weld looks. And I would say I don't see any undercut. I'm going to take a picture of this weld, put it in the video. Okay, so I got the carbon arc gouge, goes into electrode positive, and I got a 3/16 carbon arc gouge rod, got air hooked up to it, machine's at 225 amps. I forgot to mention, I didn't mess with the arc force or any other settings except for the amperage when I just ran an 1/8 inch rod. I would run the 5/32, but it's not a welding class. It's just show you that EVERLAST came out with a pretty badass arc welder, and so far, I don't know, we'll see how this goes. If anybody doesn't know about carbon arc gouging, it's one of the best ways to get rid of a weld, in my opinion. And this button controls the air, and then it's got 3 little jets underneath the rod, and it pushes it, the molten metal away. Another name is the weld eraser, which works pretty good. So we'll install this and get to it. I'm going to turn the machine up just a little bit. So far it's working pretty good. I got to move the machine up to 240 amps. Turn the air on. 3/16, 240 amps. Might as well bump it up. I got a bigger one. Bump up the amperage. See what this machine can do. I got a 1/4 inch carbon arc gouge rod. Can't remember if it's supposed to go that way or that way. I believe it's this way. Who cares? Alright, we're at 300 amps. And let's see what this thing does. I'm not trying to teach anyone how to carbon arc gouge, I'm just showing that this machine can do it. That worked really well. I was wondering how it's going to handle this 1/4 inch rod. Then I could still go up on the machine. Let's see how high this thing will go. Max amps is 315, and I'm at 300, and it's eating this like no big deal. Take a picture. Well, that's it. Just wanted to get the information out there about the Skyliner 400S from EVERLAST. I think it's a great machine, especially for my shop. I don't do a lot of heavy fabrication with arc welding, but I do need to use carbon arc gouging sometimes. But this thing obviously lays down nice speed. Fan is on always. Comes with everything you need. Obviously, the thing I would change out is the air hose. Get an American air hose, so 3/8. Get rid of that metric. But I love the swivel on this because it's a little warm. Put this down. That is the EVERLAST carbon arc gouge. I have a Lincoln or ESOB. So this is the standard carbon arc gouge torch everyone in the industry uses for the most part. And it's a K2000 air arc. It's big. Kind of has a swivel too. You hook up the electrode to right there. Have a quick release on this, and then your air is on the other one. And it's, I don't know, about 6 feet. It's probably about 8 foot long. So about the same length almost. This one, I like how they curve that, keep it out of your way a little bit. This one just kind of sticks up. And they do give you one extra jaw. Like, I don't know how you would screw it up, but that's cool. They give you extra. I mean, I'm all for extra parts. It does seem like the air is like leaking, but maybe that's just maybe I think looks like you might need to. That doesn't unscrew. I think there's air coming back here. Maybe just take it apart with some Teflon tape. But once again, the Skyliner 400S from EVERLAST. I would give them a call if you're in for need for arc welding only, and carbon arc gouge. I have a Lincoln LN25. I thought about trying to hook it up to this to see if it's possible, but I want to shred my LN25 because the price of my LN25 is almost twice the cost of this. For under $2,000 delivered to your door, you got a badass arc welder that I think would power anything. Obviously, get some new leads, longer ones, but if you're in need of an arc welder that's, well, do some carbon arc gouging, which is not the norm. I don't even know which one, if I was going to buy a Miller or Lincoln, which machine would be even comparable to that. I think they're all pretty gigantic, and that's an inverter style. I put a plug on it, cut the red off, and I was able to get the machine up and running, put the handles on it within 20 minutes. So I'm about to go get some Subway and come back and get back to work, but that's it for today's review.